am a wife whose husband's affair with my own sister was exposed at our vow renewal ceremony, and my family blamed me to save their perfect image. They gaslit me into believing I was the problem, but I uncovered their complicity in hiding the affair to protect their lifestyle blog empire. I refused to forgive, chose revenge, and exposed their lies live in front of millions. This heart-shattering story of betrayal, deception, and courage will break you, make you question who you trust, and show you who's truly worth your heart. My name is Maria, and my family was my entire world. I grew up in a lively suburban town, surrounded by my husband, Ryan, my parents, my older sister, Lauren, my younger brother, Nate, and our extended clan. We were all bound together by our family's lifestyle blog empire, a social media sensation with millions of followers, built on cozy home tours, family recipes, parenting tips, and perfect family content that painted us as the epitome of love and harmony. Weekends were spent filming in our sun-dappled backyard, laughing over bloopers, editing late into the night, and sharing stories of our grandparents' traditions of warmth and unity. I was 34, the creative director for our brand, pouring my soul into every video, while dreaming of launching my own mindfulness coaching platform to inspire women to find inner peace. My 10th anniversary vow renewal with Ryan was supposed to be a celebration of our love, a testament to our unbreakable bond. I thought I was the heart of our family, their pride, their joy. I was so wrong. The vow renewal ceremony was Lauren's idea. "Let's make it a love story for the ages," she said, her smile radiant. I envisioned a magical evening under twinkling fairy lights, surrounded by family, friends, and our loyal followers watching by a live stream. I spent months planning every detail, choosing a flowing white gown that made me feel like a bride again, curating a playlist of romantic ballads, imagining Ryan's bows, his hand in mine, our Louvre reborn. Nate helped hang lanterns, and Mom and Dad teased about a special surprise they'd planned. I was overjoyed, my heart swelling with anticipation, picturing our family united, our brand glowing brighter than ever. I'd lay awake at night, dreaming of the ceremony, replaying memories of our wedding day, Ryan's shy smile, our first kiss as husband and wife. I believed they all saw me, valued me, loved me. I was naive, blind to the storm they were orchestrating behind my back. The night of our vow renewal arrived, and our family's venue was a vision: candlelit arches draped in white roses, a string quartet playing softly, fairy lights twinkling like stars. I sparkled in my white gown, my hair cascading in soft waves, Ryan's arm around me as we greeted guests with smiles that felt like they could light up the world. Our followers floated the live stream with heart emojis and messages like "true loved" and "perfect family." My heart raced with joy, feeling like I was living a fairy tale. Lauren took the stage, microphone in hand, her smile wide, and I braced for a heartfelt speech, maybe the montage of our decade together. Instead, her voice turned sharp, cutting through the warmth like a blade. "We need to address Maria," she said, her tone acier. A screen lit up behind her, projecting a fake text messages supposedly from me, confessing it'd been emotionally distant, neglecting Ryan, causing strain in our marriage. The crowd gasped, their eyes darting to me. Then, a second set of messages appeared, real texts from Ryan to Lauren, my own sister, filled with intimate words, confirming an affair that shattered my heart into a million pieces. I was frozen, my breath caught in my throat, the room spinning like a nightmare I couldn't wake from. The first text was a lead: never sent it, never confessed to neglecting Ryan. But the affair was real, and the truth of Adrian and Lauren, my sister, hit me like a tidal wave, stealing the air from my lungs. "This isn't my fault," I cried, my voice breaking, tears welling as I faced the crowd, my gown suddenly feeling like a shroud. But Lauren pressed on, her words venomous. "Maria's torn our family apart," she said, her eyes gleaming with fake tears. "She's been reckless, threatening our brand with her neglect." A mom stepped up, her face a mask of disappointment, her voice trembling for effect. "We're heartbroken, Maria. You've let us down." Dad nodded, his voice heavy. We trusted you, and you've ruined our family's name." Nate stood silent, his eyes fixed on the floor, avoiding my gaze. Ryan, my husband, the man I'd loved for a decade, mumbled, "I'm sorry," but didn't defend me, his face pale with guilt, his hand no longer in mine. The live stream exploded with hate comments. Maria's a failure. She drove him to cheat. Guests whispered, friends turned away, and followers unfollowed in droves. My vow renewal, my moment of love, became a public execution. I fled to a quiet garden outside the venue, sobbing in my white gown, the fairy lights blurring through my tears, their glow mocking my pain. My family had blamed me for Ryan's affair with Lauren to protect their image, but I didn't understand why they'd turned on me so viciously. The next day, I confronted Lauren in our family's studio, my eyes swollen from crying, my voice raw, my hands trembling as I clutched a photo from our wedding day. "How could you do this with Ryan? And then blame Meg?" I screamed, my heart breaking all over again. She smirked, her eyes cold, not a trace of remorse. "The brand's bigger than you, Maria. You were asking too many questions." My mind raced, piecing it together like a shattered puzzle. For months, it'd been digging into our brand's operations, questioning deleted blogs, on sponsorship deals, and inconsistencies in our perfect family narrative. It noticed gaps in our content, like why Lauren and Ryan were always filming together, their glances too long, their smiles too private. Lauren's words hit me like a slap. They'd been sabotaging a rival lifestyle brand, spreading rumors about their authenticity and manipulating sponsorships to stay on top of the algorithm. My questions had gotten too close to their scheme, and they'd known about Ryan's affair with Lauren for months, using it to frame me as the cause to discredit me and keep their secrets safe. Mom confirmed it, her voice flat, her eyes avoiding mine. "We had to protect our legacy, Maria. The brand is our life." Dad added, his tone dismissive, "You should have stayed quiet." Nate, barely audible, muttered, "It's for the family," but won't meet my eyes. Ryan, racked with guilt, said, "I didn't mean for this to hurt you," but admitted had confessed the affair to Mom, letting them spin it against me. "They didn't cast me out, but they made me a host, ignoring me at shoots, editing me out of blogs, spreading lies online that I was emotionally unstable. Our followers turned on me. Ryan grew distant, and the town saw me as the woman who broke her marriage. The months that followed were a living hell. I stopped working on the brand, retreating to my apartment, the walls closing in as I replayed the vow renewal in my head. The image of those Texturian and Lauren burned into my mind. The fake message haunted me. Had I really been distant? Had I pushed him into her arms? Lauren's calls were relentless, her voice deceptively soft. "Maybe you were too focused on work, Maria. Maybe you caused this." Mom sent texts that cut deeper than any knife. "We love you, but you need to get help." Dad urged me to admit my role in the marriage's failure, saying it would fix things. Nate, caught in their web, texted, "Just say you're sorry and we can move on." Ryan, torn between guilt and his family's pressure, asked me to move on for the sake of peace, his eyes avoiding mine. Their gaslighting was so convincing, I started doubting myself, questioning if I was the problem, if it failed as a wife. He'd stare at my wedding ring, its sparkle dulled, terrified Ryan was gone for good, that Lauren had won him. My dream of a mindfulness coaching platform withered, replaced by a suffocating shame that clung to me like a shadow. I avoided the town, dodging neighbors' whispers, my heart breaking with every hate comment floating our social media. "Mary is a home wrecker. She doesn't deserve Ryan." I was a toast, my marriage in ruins, my family's love a carefully curated line. I stopped going out, my days blurring into nights of sleepless torment. I'd scroll through our old blog, and I dancing in the kitchen, Lauren and I planning shoots, Nate's goofy cameos, feeling like I'd lost my identity, my purpose, my family. The brand's social media glowed with new content, Lauren and Ryan filming together, their chemistry now painfully obvious, my family smiling as if it never existed. It walked past our old filming spots, seeing posters for their next big event, and cry for the life it thought we shared. I questioned everything. Was I a bad wife? Did I deserve this? My confidence shattered. I'd lie awake, replaying every moment of our marriage, searching for where it'd gone wrong, the pain a relentless weight I couldn't shake. My once bright spirit was dimmed, crushed by their betrayal, by the image of my sister and my husband, by the family who turned their backs on me. But one night, as I sat alone in my apartment, the silence deafening, I found an old journal from the early days of our marriage, filled with mindfulness exercises, quotes about resilience, and dreams of helping women find their inner strength. Your truth is your power, Maria, it written in bold, defiant ink. Those words lit a fire in me, a spark that refused to die. I wasn't the villain they'd painted. Had been set up to take the fall for their lies. I decided to fight back, not with anger, but with evidence, with truth. I still had access to Lauren's cloud drive, a shared account from our editing days they'd forgotten to revoke. With trembling hands, I logged in and found a treasure trove of proof. Emails between Lauren, Mom, and Dad, planning to sabotage the rival brand with fake reviews, doctored images of planted rumors. There were messages about Ryan's affair, instructions to keep it quiet to protect the brand, and plans to frame me at the vow renewal to silence my questions. They'd orchestrated the entire betrayal, knowing I was close to uncovering their scam. The truth crashed over me like a tidal wave. He wasn't crazy. They were liars, every one of them, and Lauren's betrayal with Ryan was just the tip of the iceberg. I resolved to reclaim my truth, not just for me, but for the woman I still wanted to be, for the love it believed in, for the followers they'd deceived. The family's annual Family Love Fest was approaching, a live-streamed event with millions of followers watching, where they'd unveil their latest blog series and solidify their perfect family image. I still had access to the brand's social media and tech system, a remnant of my role they'd overlooked in their rush to erase me. I spent nights compiling evidence, screenshots of emails, chat logs, review manipulations, and messages about Ryan and Lauren's affair, all showing their calculated betrayal. I wasn't out to destroy them, but to expose their lies and free myself from their shadow. I practiced my speech in front of my mirror, my voice shatty but growing stronger with every word, knowing this was my chance to be seen, to be heard, to be enough. The Family Love Fest arrived, a dazzling spectacle of music, food stalls, and our signature blog setup, packed with fans, influencers, and donors. My family took the stage, radiant as ever, Lauren gushing about family unity, Mom and Dad beaming with pride, Nate waving to the cheering crowd, Ryan standing awkwardly at the edge, his eyes flickering with guilt. I watched from backstage, my heart pounding like a drum, logged into the tech system on my laptop.